know, when you were going at the Bloods and Crips, you were saying that like, you know, these Bloods and Crips, they don't have a chicken shack, they don't got a laundromat,
No.
they don't show up to the PTA meetings, they don't show up to field day. Like, dive into that. I want to hear your perspective on that.
Well, when you think about gangsterism, from what we know of it as,
Hold on, y'all. Bro just said gangsterism. So look, I'm gonna start this off. Charleston White, y'all already know what it is. Talk about this whole Blood and Crips stuff. And what Bloods and Crips don't do back in LA. I ain't gonna lie, I only could speak about what we know about here in NYC, New York City. So Charleston, we gonna see what's going on with bro.
the American Italian gangsters, right? The Sicilian crew. Man, they had their hands in construction. They had businesses. They had deli shops. They had a lounge where they could all go hang up at it. They had when you think about Nicky Barnes and Frank Lucas and American Gangsters, even.
So I'm not gonna lie, if y'all know, I'm from Harlem. Unless y'all may not know, so welcome to Hot Trash TV. Yeah, Nicky Barnes and Frank Lucas did put their hands in a lot of projects, just like Alpo and all these other factors and a lot of stuff in Harlem. But you have these conversations and people keep saying, you know, back at home where I'm from, you know what I'm saying? Where I am still at in New York City. Nicky Barnes and them had their hands in the pot, but it was only to launder a lot of the money, right? They did care about people on the block. I'm not gonna lie, when we used to see Poe on the block and all of that, we noticed that, you know, he was doing stuff for the block, but also, you know, it's a tactic to hide stuff, I guess, right? If that's what you're saying, pun intended, but you know what's going on here.
Ones down here, Billy Ray Maddox, say homie Boot Note, all these guys had businesses, right? They had businesses that they operate out of and done their illegal criminal activities out of. You get to the Crips and Bloods, they don't have nothing, homie. They don't have no dispensary. They don't have no tire shops. They don't have no element of a business sense in the community.
And that's a lie. Super lie. Like I said, I'm only from New York. We can't talk on LA stuff. But if last time I recover, Nipsey Hussle had the marathon. He had also, his brother has the burger and all that shop that's going on over there too. So I don't even know what Charleston White is talking about. Charleston White is chatting. And let me know if y'all even agree with bro, because bro be running his mouth sometimes, and I don't understand if he's even talking about what he's talking about. Even when we think about it, Snoop Dogg has a deal. Most of these different rappers, Game, and so many people, artists that even diss stuff the community if you pay attention. So he's just chatting, but I guess.
To have so much reign and control over the community other than the violence they project. They don't build the park up. They don't do like Grove Hero. They don't do like Grove Hero, nigga, and build a basketball park for these kids and make sure they got the bright gold with the nets. They don't even help bury nobody that they got their hand in having,
Well, he probably got a
you
point
know,
on that.
been caused to destruction because they was a part of
I
our
don't know.
group. There's no rewards. They don't have.
Hold on.
I once hung because they was a part of our group.
Listen to look at the
There's
show.
no rewards. They don't have.
Like,
I once done community work with a gang. A Hispanic gang here in Fort Worth. Man, they had a treasurer. They had a secretary. They had a guy where if one of the homies need to borrow money, he could go over there and borrow money at the treasurer from the group, but he got to pay it back. Well, if he don't pay it back, we know he got a 70-inch screen TV. We go get his TV till he pay us back. But the money goes into that pot. These OGs, homie, they make requirements where if I'm from this hood, I have to come back and report. I can't stay gone 2, 3, 4, 5 years. If I go get a job somewhere, I have to send something back from my job if my job can be beneficial to the hood.
Right.
If I lose my job doing that, you guys have no safety net for me. There's no rewards, there's no benefits, there's nothing that they offer
you on to something. That I agree with.
their members. And so I'm saying, okay, what do they offer the community for us to not snitch on them? What do they offer the community for us to provide a level of protection to keep the police from getting them? Just because they're our brother? Well, most of our brothers who live in our households who claim gangs,
I agree with that, Charleston. I ain't gonna lie.
Rule the household with fear. They intimidate everybody. So even the people they live with is somewhat afraid to say something to them. When they come around, everybody's uncomfortable. What's the benefit do y'all offer us? There's no exchange. So we being robbed as a community.
Robbed as a community is one thing, but like saying all of that is a whole nother thing, Charleston. I think at the end of the day, bro, like, yeah, I agree with bro saying we being robbed as a community, but at the end of the day, Charleston, I ain't gonna say that in no kind of way, bro. Like, it's the game that they put themselves into, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, right? But welcome to Hot Trash TV. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's November. We're gonna get more y'all the impact of what's going on in hip-hop culture. And you finally get to see my face, so we here, y'all. Bow! Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit at the bottom. And shout out for y'all to stay in this thing. I'll holla at y'all. Peace.